Welcome back on this channel, brother. It's getting extremely dangerous right now. We are perfectly retested this line, which we retested already in, when we retested, 27th September. You see, we got rejected and boom, we saw this massive dump. So right now, look at this. If I'm zooming in, you see how crazy we got rejected. You see, boom, boom, boom. Okay, we have some pump here, a little pump coming in. But also what we have to consider right now, we are crazy overbought. We are crazy overbought, as you see it here. The RSI is crazy overbought. And also here this, how the shit called, this MACD. MACD is also overbought on, and we have in market cipher B here a red dot again appearing. So right now, what I'm expecting, we are heading right now into a new full moon. A full moon, tomorrow is full moon, usually means we see pump, right? As you see it here, I show you on this chart. And this, by the way, a bullish pattern. I explain in a second. So you see, usually we have on new moon dump, full moon pump, and we are heading right now into full moon, which will appear tomorrow here, a green dot as you see it here, and full moon means pump, and we see already here this pump happening, but be prepared that we see some cool down, because you see we are trading here by SMC trading, smart money trading. Woo! Smart money concept trading, and we are watching where they're grabbing the liquidity, and look how perfectly they grabbed all the liquidity here. So right now there's only liquidity left up to 70k. So this is the major, I mean we have more here liquidity, but the biggest liquidity is up to 70k. So right now it's the most crucial, and here I marked it here. This is the liquidity. This is the first big liquidity bunch we have here at 70k, starting approximately up to 71,500, and then the second one is at 72 up to 75k. So the most crucial line is if we break here 68k, where we got twice rejected, even more if we're watching back. If we are breaking and closing a daily above, this will be highly bullish, and then we obviously see quick pump to 70, 100. But as we are heavily overbought, we're losing right now momentum. So what I'm thinking, they will grab, and you see it here, the next liquidity is here at 61,600. So the question is, where they grab first the liquidity? We could see here, obviously here the pump straight through to 71k, especially because we have today another day of earnings report. Yesterday we had this earnings report which was very positive as expected. Here was the forecast, here the actual came in. It was even surprised, it was even better. So we see the US market looks very healthy, which is very good for us to see Bitcoin pumping, especially here. Bank of America shit also surprised. It was 6.4% higher than expected. Today we have also some banks and shit companies which will present their shitty earnings, which are all fake, but we don't care. Morgan Stanley, for example, if they're coming negative, worse than expected, this is what could cause the dump, obviously. Then we have tomorrow, so we have the whole week until Friday. Friday is only here, this bank, which nobody cares, but till Thursday we have, and Thursday include a lot of earnings coming in, which could make it very volatile. So what I'm expecting here right now is at least a dump to this area of, you see here, a lot of liquidity at 61,600. I'm expecting here at least that we will see here some drop to, wow, shit, there's so much liquidity. Oof, bro, you see there like 200 million. It's almost clear that we will see to 61,500. You see 61,500. Where it is 61,500, they will grab the liquidity. I think here between 61,800 and down to 61,500 or 61,600, there. I think 61,500 we will see it, because you see here at 61,500 we have also the Fibonacci 0382, so it's in a perfect alignment. So there are two scenarios. I draw already here this scenario, the big scenario on the big picture, as I'm expecting here later we will see a dump to between 54 and 58k, but right now it's not the case. So right now, as long as we're staying here above 60k, it's still healthy. It's still healthy cool down. So I'm expecting here that we could see right now a cool down to 63, between 63 and 61,500 before we see another pump to 68k. Hopefully we will break it and see a pump to 71k. I don't expect it. I expect still that we see 63, 61, 500, maybe another pump, and then we see this dump on new moon, which will be on the 1st November. But I expecting here cool down, which would be, as I said, healthy because we are crazy overbought here. But hopefully the best case would be you see 63, 61, 500, they grab the liquidity, then we see a break through 68k, and then we see pump to 71 and closing here, retesting 70k and going further up to 75k, which would be extremely nice because then we are heading to our all-time high, which was here at 73k approximately, and then we would grab the liquidity and make a new all-time high, and then we have this bull flag, and this bull flag, the price target of this bull flag, you measure from top to the downside, the price target of the bull flag would be around 100k. So this would be the best case scenario, but I don't expect, or I expecting always the worst case, because best case we love, all of us, we love best case. So unfortunately, and now we're speaking about altcoins, you can now turn off if you're only interested in Bitcoin, because I am, you know, crazy risky shit doing here, which you never should repeat. And I jumped here in my Pepper position, long positions, and I perfectly jumped in all-time high, or almost here, which costs right now, my Pepper trade is $10,000 in loss, my GME is $7,000, $8,000 in loss. GME getting now some traction, so we could see GME, I'm expecting anyways to go on profits. As soon as Roaring Kitty pumping it, making some tweets, it will go on profits. But Pepper, my liquidation price is 0.04. This is safe, but not the safest right now. Also, I jumped on Weex in a Pepper long position, which is now $15 in a loss only, because it's not my entry position was a little bit higher. And on Bitget, I also jumped in way too high into was too greedy, and here I jumped. You see exactly here. Here I jumped. And right now I am $2,200 in a loss at the moment. But before, look how perfectly I bought here and sold here. So I made 60k already in profits all in all. But yeah, this was not a good thing to go. So let's check out where we are on Pepper. And Pepper, I also have some, I draw here all the liquidity levels. We have here, you see the darker it's getting, the more liquidity we have. The biggest liquidity is at 103 here around. And it all depends on Bitcoin. We have here this rising channel. You see here, perfect rising channel, boom, 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 boom. So right now we could see here another dump to this area at 9.3 approximately, because also there's a lot of liquidity to grab. You see here, they grabbed all the liquidity. We had this in the previous day. So right now, the best case, what I'm hoping for, is they grab the liquidity up to 945. Then we see this pump up to 103 when Bitcoin is also pumping at 69 or even 70k. And this is where we're getting here reject at 1.3 approximately, because see here a lot of rejection. And then we see this dump to grab the liquidity here between 8.5 and 7.2, or even as low as 6.4. So in this area. And this is where I would go long. I would go long here at around 7.5 or 7.7. So I would take profits here at 1.3, or I have right now take profit area at 1.25 here approximately. At 1.25 I have here, because just to be sure, because I'm really shitting in my pants that we will not reach it, and then we see here dump, and I'm losing out on this crazy gains, which would be here over 80%. On 5x average it's over 400%. So therefore I hope right now that we will not break this line to the downside. In case we are breaking here 0.95, in case we're losing the support, then they're heading to grab the liquidity down to 0.85 and even low to 7. They could grab the liquidity, but this is the worst case scenario. If Pepper breaking down 9.3 and going down to 7 or even 6.5, it would mean that Bitcoin going into this big scenario, which I showed you already, which is here down to 58, between 58 and 54k. As long as Bitcoin is not losing the support at 61,500 or 60k, I don't expect that Pepper will go, let's say, below 8.6. I don't expect it to go below 8.6. They will grab only this liquidity where we have some liquidity. You see here, I can show you here also. I did the research before because you were lazy motherfuckers, I know you. But I'm trading here with real money. Therefore, I show you, by the way, my trading, my demo account, because someone said a nice demo account, but it's unfortunately not a demo account, because on my demo account I'm in massive profits. You see here we have a lot of liquidity here, down to 9696. So down to 96. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, this is exactly where the support coming in. So hopefully they will grab only this liquidity here this, and then we will see here the big liquidity grab here above, which is represented, if we are watching, it's here represent. You see here, boom, 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 up to 1.3. Junge, ich hoffe, bro, I hope so much, because if I reaching here my price target at 125, then I will have profits of 40k, which is very, very nice. 40k profits, because if we are going down to this price level of here 0.6, I don't get liquidate because my liquidation price is 0.4, but I will add margin just in case we will see wick down, because the biggest wick which we had here in this after this massive pump was here at 0.4 approximately, which is in alignment here with the previous all-time high. But but the problem is I wouldn't lose my trade, so it would get in profits anyways anytime, but I would miss out on these gains. You see here, on these gains I would miss out on 70-80%, which is on 5x 400%. And you can imagine, if I'm going in with 100k, 400%, it's like 400k 300k profits, which I would miss out. This would be very, very shitty. But then I have to think something else what to do. So we have to watch the earnings. In 22 days we have Fed meeting. They will cut the rates again to 4.5 with 94% probability. Right now they are 4.75. So this looks amazing. And the rate cuts, obviously, it means the market will pump. And this happened in 22 days already. So in November, latest November, we will see a pump happening. Mid-November, but hopefully we'll break this line to the downside. But for now, we're expecting here some cool down, 61 and 60k, and also Pepper to cool down to these levels. Maybe I should even, but this would be risky, maybe I should even, if we see a drop here to this 9 level, 0.9, that I will add even a little bit to my position, but then my liquidation price would move up, which is not so good. What do you think about it, brother? Thank you very much for watching, and kiss you and see you later. Mwah.